in my lesson, I'm not thinking of the person that is like right in front of me. I'm thinking of the person that's gonna be in 4 years. Where is that person gonna be? You know, I grew up in the Dominican Republic, and I was able to like live and breathe, you know, Latin music because of where I was grew up. Like I was playing Latin music before I play any classical music. So for the most part, I do a lot of contemporary music. So music by living composers. So I have worked on incorporating those West classical like influences and instruments and like knowledge that I have into my background, which is Dominican. For example, I created a commission that has Dominican composers incorporating that music into the classical aspect of things. So like that's something that I like to do a lot, is just like blending traditions together. I feel like everyone that comes into my lesson comes and, you know, like it's like a open canvas, and I need to figure out what that canvas needs. And I always have like this system for all my students that whenever they come into my lesson, into my room, into my office, it's like they all come with a toolbox. And that toolbox, it's my responsibility to fill it with all the information that they need to be successful out there. Like in these days that we are now, right now, you need to be able to be like adaptable and very resourceful, and also like be very knowledgeable. And we percussionists, like we are expected to know everything about every single percussion. So like I always try to like give my students as much as possible of all the information that they will need to be successful out there. I don't want them to ever be called for a gig and they have to say, I don't know how to play congas, for example. So that's one thing that I always try to make sure that they are knowledgeable of. The Western side of things that are gonna actually be able to get them the gig into applying into an orchestra, but then doing also like the non-Western stuff that is gonna develop their sense of groove, but also like, you know, be more marketable out there. The ensembles that we have here and the opportunity that students get is, aside of doing only percussion ensemble pieces, in which like we do a lot of our contemporary pieces and, you know, more our canonic pieces that are like relevant to our history, you know, like to know from where we are now and where do we come from. But then we also have Tambo Toque, which is like it is connected more to the African diaspora culture. So like, for example, like one semester we did bomba, one semester we did Afro-Cuban, and this semester we've been working on Dominican music. And then we have Kinkabibo, which is like Ghanaian drumming, you know, most connected to like the Ewe people. And for that one, we have a master drummer and dancer, Nani Agbeli, which is also like our guest artist for that. And he's always works with the student closely. And then Sambista is the one that we have that is for basically our samba group. We do a lot of like batucada, but then we also do samba reggae as well. The way that we do, for example, like any of the traditional music from any country is not that, okay, this is how you play this 1 E and that 2 E and that. We don't do that. Like the way that we do it is like in ensemble setting. We have people that like didn't only just study it, but people that actually were there, and then they can, you know, incorporate that into their teaching, into their ensemble setting, into their groove setting. So like that's like how we help our students a lot, and just giving them everything so they can be diverse and well knowledgeable about everything, and also able to adapt into things.